So I guess I will get it started while we're waiting for quorum. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our June 7th, Tuesday Finance Committee meeting. We are currently waiting for a quorum, not expecting that till 7:30, but our agenda for tonight is fairly light. We're going to discuss year-end transfers, which we will have to wait for a quorum to vote on. Other agenda items for tonight or public input, any updates from the members, approval of previous minutes, which we will also have to wait for a quorum for, and adjournment. So again, kind of in a holding pattern here for a little bit. Alicia, don't know, did you have anything other than anything else to present or talk to us about while we're waiting for Jerry and Melvin? Or
share my screen. Are you able to see my PowerPoint?
yeah,
Sorry,
absolutely.
Okay, so basically tonight, once we have a quorum, we'll be voting on year-end transfers, which has been done in the past by town meeting, but because of the municipal modernization bill, it can be approved by the Fincom and also by the select board. So I wanted to bring it to Fincom first, and it's again on the facilities. Facilities has a leaking, the fire department specifically has a leaking water heater. It cannot be repaired, it has to be replaced, and they're getting quotes at $18,000. Right now, there's about less than 3,000 in there, and the electric bills are still high. So I'm looking at it, my assistant's looking at it, the executive assistant in the town administrator's office is looking at facilities as close as we can. So I think the best thing to do at this time is to cover that water heater. I heard about it in May, we're in June, and I don't know how long they can go with it continuing to leak water in their building, with their building being relatively new.
Yeah, that hot water heater is what, maybe 5 years old, 7 years old?
Yeah, it's not that old.
Is it any warranty on it, or?
It's beyond the warranty, that's the issue.
Of course.
Yeah, jeez. Okay, so we put in a very short life one, huh?
Yes. So I had everybody stop POs as of June 3rd, even though there's a few still slipping by. So I could kind of figure out what places I could take money from and what accounts had some monies I could take from. So I took out a tax title. I checked with the treasurer, 15,000 could move. And 3,000 I'm taking out of town meeting services. Since town meeting is over, there's 3,000 available in that account, and that would cover the fire department getting their water heater replaced. And we can go over this again once Jerry joins us. But this is a primary reason for tonight's meeting. Also, I wanted to bring to your attention, the library bills are still high. So they were at like $6,000 in the winter. They're about $2,000 now. Once they put in the solar panels, they're guesstimating about a $600 a month savings. But if the bills continue to be between $2,000 and $6,000, we're going to probably have an issue. And I'll probably need to come back to you guys for a reserve fund transfer at some point in the new year. But they've been working pretty diligently. I know the trustees have, and new select board member Mark Rumbucker's been really working with the OPM and the firm on why it's so much higher than what they were told the numbers were going to be. So they've been trying to work on controls and usage and figure out why it's happening while it's still under warranty.
Okay. Do they have any sniff at what's going on, or they're still just kind of shooting in the dark, trying to figure out why it's such a big delta?
As of right now, there's more usage, so they're trying to figure out why there's more usage. and ways to curb that usage down. Is there something set wrong, or is this one of the controls set not to shut off when it should be? So that's kind of what they're looking at right now.
Okay. Trying to narrow down what system it's coming from, like lights versus HVAC or whatever, something like that.
Right.
You know, electric heat isn't cheap either.
No.
It's cheap in Littleton compared to other towns, but it's still not the most efficient way to heat a building.
Agreed. Hit stop share on this. Go back to our regular screen for right now.
Okay. Yeah, and
Hello, how you guys doing?
good. So we're in a bit of a holding pattern until Jerry is able to hop on. But we were posted for 7, so we can really change the time to start here. But we should get through things pretty quick as soon as we have a quorum. Any questions that either you have on the reserve fund stuff so far that Alicia presented?
No, I actually thought it was a lot when I saw it come through, but then I Googled what does a commercial water heater cost, and that was about the ballpark, 15 to 20 grand. I was like, wow, I didn't know it was that much.
Okay. Guess we might as well move to is there anything else, Alicia, you wanted to show us, or that was really it for this meeting, right?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing for this meeting for right now. Other than that, me and Sean are trying to just close the year. He just did a borrowing and reaffirmed our AAA bond rating. So that was good. As you were aware, he refinanced this year, so he saved the town $50,000 a year, about $800,000. So that's going to help us for the debt service. Well, I'm going to be meeting, I believe, with the personnel, if there's a committee, this Thursday on the financial analyst position for my budget for fiscal year 23, so that can be graded. I'm trying to think what else. We hired an intern in my office to kind of help us. So we've been lucky. We got one from Endicott, and we have another one that just came on board that we're training. So we've been really utilizing interns as much as we can in the interim until we can have the job filled. So we have some support.
Great. I guess I'm going to move to member updates then. I had a couple of things. So I guess, one for, I think what makes sense here, but, open to suggestions if others feel different. The select board needs to post to fill Gary's position. So I didn't really think it made sense to officially reorganize until we have our new members on board. So I'm happy during this slow time to kind of, step in and coordinate, stuff as acting chair or vice chair, whatever the official thing is when the chair thing's vacated. So I think that makes sense. I do not yet know when the board is going to post that opening. It's not posted yet, but I'll follow up and try and get some clarity on timing time there. But Gary did officially resign, I believe, last week or the week before. So we have currently, a single vacancy as a select board appointee.
You're going to have another one here at the end of this month too. I'm stepping down as well.
Yeah. So is that at end of month is when you'll officially do that, Greg? Or
yeah, fiscal year. Well, so when I filled out my application last year, I wasn't going to re-up. But given everything that was going on with a couple other members leaving and Alicia just coming on board, I said I'd stay on for another year, and I put that in my application. And so I sent Chuck an formal email back in early March, just reminding him that, I plan to step down at the end of the fiscal year. So, and there will be a need for an appointment to the CPC as well, because I'm the Fincom rep there. So we're going to have to find another person to choose. Okay. Yeah, that's good. And actually, it reminds me, we still need an alternate to the Transportation Advisory Committee too. Diane reminds me of that frequently. That we haven't appointed our second member for that. So if anyone's interested, let me know. So Greg, I'll have to I'll talk with the town administrator of the select board on whether they plan on. I don't know if they're going to post Gary's
position before the end of June, so I'll just have to find out if they're going to post them both at the same time, or I'm not sure if that's what they're waiting for or what. But I'll see if I can get some clarity there.
I made sure I reiterated that with the select board back in March, that, you know, is my intent to follow
Okay. Yeah.
last year. So
Yeah, I just want to get them. I want to at least get one of them, you know, filled sooner rather than later, so we don't have issues with quorums, right? I mean, clearly,
I think that Fred's interested in stepping in. At least he was for me.
yeah, he's willing to. I mean, I think he's only willing to kind of up for. I think he's willing up for a single term. I mean, the technically it wouldn't. The new appointees wouldn't be for a full 3 years, right? It's going to be to sell out the remainder of the remainder of your existing term and Greg's term. So give me a sec. I'll confirm what those were while we're.
Yeah, I got 2 more years, and I think Gary has 1.
Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, Gary was through.
Yeah, I'm looking, that's
June
right. He was through 23.
Yeah. Okay. June of 2023 and then 2024. Okay. All right. So I'll try and get an email update on that if I can get a confirmation from the select board on their plans there. The other quick update, I did ask Alicia, and she has Sean working on just an update that on the sewer project, right? I mean, just with things still being, you know, fairly early in the process with 550 King, but the local water department really, you know, moving forward and planning for that for this year. I just wanted to get an update from everyone, you know, involved on where that stood. You know, I think, you know, and I have some concerns. I think Steve does as well, just to make sure that we're not getting too far down that road, you know, without things being really locked in and permitted at 550, right? If that project changes or anything doesn't go through, the town's going to really, have some challenges in funding that. So just thought it was a relevant update for us with how the timeline's starting to progress, because it's definitely a lot later. You know, I think we expected a lot more progress or clarity on that early in the spring. We're pretty far into it now, time-wise. But I know Sean, you know, with closing the year, we just don't have an update from Sean yet. Alicia, do you have any feel for timing on when you think that would be a relevant topic for us to discuss? Like, is that still a month out or TBD?
Well, it's still pretty early in the process, so we don't have any information yet. We'll probably sit down with Nick and Corey in the new year and try to figure out where they are. I know that Sean's been kind of coordinating like some of the older water borrowings that they have on the books, but we haven't really gone into the sewer and where they are yet. We did hear there was a lot of interest in connecting to the sewer, but that's as much as I know right now.
Okay. Yeah, and that's fair enough. I mean, I think I don't know, you know, where others land, right? But I mean, I think, you know, what I thought was relevant for us to review is just, you know, the borrowing article and kind of the intent of that article. It was dependent on, you know, the 550 stuff passing, and now, you know, we're kind of down, you know, again down the road of approving the financing, but that being done. So I just want to at least have the opportunity to understand the timing and make sure that we're, you know, we all feel comfortable with it still, or it's something that we should be at least talking to the select board about and reviewing.
As I understand, the 550 King project's changed a little bit. They've added some more housing and made some changes and presented that to the planning board a couple weeks ago. Sound about right?
It's possible. I'm not really a part of the planning board, but I would get updates more from the building commissioner on if they pulled any building permits. That would be more of kind of a signal to me that something's going, the movement is actually happening at 550 King.
Yeah, I think it's still in the planning stage with the planning board.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I saw some plans online, but I wasn't really sure on where that all landed. I guess the only other update, if anyone's interested, we're having our scholarship awards from the Trust Fund Commission next week. So that's always a fun thing to have. We're going to do it at the library, so we'll run up the electric bill a little bit more and be there late next Wednesday.
So you shouldn't feel bad about approving that then.
Anyone else have any member updates?
I'll be sad to see you go, Greg. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, I know it's been such a short run here. Yeah, it's been a pleasure. I mean, You've definitely done a great job in the last year being here and made it easy. So thank you.
Thank you.
I suspect we're not going to have another meeting this month, right?
No, I told them only the 7th was going to be the only meeting.
Okay.
And then once there's a full board, I'll probably reconnect with all of you and figuring out when there's a meeting to be posted.
That's good.
I'll probably also shoot you guys a copy of the final budget. It's still in the preliminary draft phase, so me and Sean are working on making that finalized.
Okay, great. All right.
So I guess we could take a little break and close our cameras off for a little bit until
Yeah, that's fine.
Jerry
I
comes.
think that
Sounds
probably makes sense. Cue the lobby music, right?
take a look at my back 40 here with the brook that runs through the middle of my property.
There you go.
Jerry has arrived and I'm promoting her to panelist.
Great. All right. Gary, you there?
Sorry, I'm here now.
Great. And Al and Greg, you're back. Perfect. Thanks for hopping in, Jerry.
Sorry to make you wait.
No, it's all good. Appreciate you hopping in so we had a quorum. You're earlier than expected, so it's great. It looks like are you stopped? So Alicia, do you want to pull up the that one
PowerPoint?
page? Yeah, just the one page on the reserve fund transfers again, and then so Jerry can see it, and then we can jump
Yep.
right into it.
So I have my recommendation for the year-end transfer, Jerry. It's 18,000 to replace a leaking water heater for the fire department. Its warranty is gone, even though it was a fairly new water heater. It went. I froze POs, and the last day to enter them was June 3rd, so I could figure out where you could take the money from because it's 18,000 to cover it. So I spoke with the treasurer and I took 15,000 out of tax title. And I took 3,000 from town meeting services since town meeting is over in order to fund it. And I said with the new Mass Municipal Modernization Bill, year-end transfers had to be approved by town meeting. Now they can just be approved by the Finance Committee and the Select Board. So I'm looking for your body first to approve this so then I can take it to the Select Board on Monday for their approval with your approval.
If no one has additional questions, could I get a motion?
I'll make the motion to approve year-end transfer in the amount of 15,000 from tax title account. I'm not gonna rattle off the number to fund the public building maintenance SVC account. And do you want them in two separate motions or do you want them together?
You can do them together. I just put them as two separate motions because they were coming out of two different buckets, but it's up to you.
Got it. And then also to approve the year-end transfer in the amount of $3,000 from town meeting services account to fund the public building maintenance service account.
Great. Can I get a second?
I'll second it.
Okay. Since we're on Zoom, we need to do a roll call vote. So Greg,
Yes.
Alvin,
Yes.
Jerry,
Yes.
and I am a yes as well. Great. That moves one agenda item we covered before, Jerry, was just member updates. Did you have anything for Fincom as far as updates this week?
I don't. Just that I was appointed by the Layton Water Department because my term was up. So.
Okay, so they reappointed you. Great. Well, welcome back. Probably the one relevant update from before, just when we were talking, we do obviously have the one select board vacancy with Gary's term up, and Greg is also done at the end of the month. So I'll confirm with the select board their timing on reposting those, but clearly we want to get those positions filled so that we don't have issues with quorums, and then we'll have a reorganizational meeting at some point during the summer once we have a full board again. I think the only other thing on our agenda for tonight were minutes. I'm not sure if we had any to approve. I see Marilyn in the lobby. I guess can we bring her in and just confirm whether we had anything that's open for approval or not?
I promoted Marilyn to a panelist, so she should be popping up.
Great. Hey, Marilyn, did we have any outstanding minutes that you were waiting on us to approve, or are we all caught up? I could not remember.
We have two. We have
Okay.
April 26th and March 29th.
Let me see if I can find them. The April 20, so April 26th and March 29th, you said?
Yep. And the March one was the one, Tyler, when remember I didn't know what the interim fire chief's name was, and you
Yeah.
sent me a note and told me, and I fixed it.
Okay, great. So the minutes were distributed through email. Did anyone have any questions on the minutes from the 29th or April 26th?
No, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes for both.
Okay. Can I get a second?
I can second it.
Great. All right. Roll call vote. Greg?
Yes.
Al?
Yep.
Gary?
Yes.
And I'm a yes as well. So those minutes are approved. And with that, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Moved.
Tyler,
Yes, Marilyn.
should I send my timesheet to you as chairman to approve it when I get the transcription done? I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. It'll be the first time I've done that in a long time, but yeah, send it to me and I'll figure it out.
Yeah, okay. Because I used to send it to Gary and, I didn't know who.
Yeah.
Or I
it.
could send it to Alicia.
Yeah, they'll send it my way and I'll take care of it.
Okay.
It'll be a new process for me, but I'll find out what I'm supposed to do and we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Thanks for bringing that up. All right. I can't remember. Greg, did you make a motion? Yeah. Okay. Second?
Second.
Okay, go ahead. Good.
All right. Roll call vote. Jerry?
Yes.
Al?
Yes.
Greg?
Yes.
All right. And before I say yes, well, I'll say yes. And then Greg, thank you for your service and everything you've done for the town. If this is going to be your last meeting, it's, for myself, I've enjoyed working with you in a bunch of different roles over the years, and you'll definitely be missed.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, it's been a long run for me. I mean, I've been around since 1997. It's been a long run. But yeah,
I will miss you, Greg, because
Thank
I
you,
met you
Marilyn.
first on the Conservation Commission.
I think it was
CPC or whatever it was.
Yeah, way back. Yeah.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah, thank you, Marilyn. I guess I'll just say this before we close, but this board is one of the best boards I've worked on. Just the personalities. There isn't a lot of egos here. I've been on other boards with a lot of egos, and it's very difficult to get things done sometimes. And I mean, we just put it all aside. We have varying opinions, but at the end of the day, we can meet together, and whether we agree or disagree, we just move on, and it's great. It's been a pleasure for sure. Thank you.
100%. Yeah, thank you. All right. Well, everyone enjoy the pollen and stay safe. We'll talk to everyone soon.
All right.
Take care,
Thank you,
everybody.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.
Good night.
Good night.